Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing another Buying Everything Natasha Denona video, and I figured that today maybe what we can do is a kind of a little roundup. We have 1 month left until the end of the year, and I can't believe this. We are almost done with my 1 year, one brand, the year of Natasha Denona part 2, and I want to kind of sit with you guys and go over all of the products that she has released this year. And do we think that there's going to be one more release in December? That's what we're gonna do in today's video. I'm gonna run down some of the products, what I thought of them, and we're just gonna get into how the year of Natasha Denona has gone so far. I'm sure there'll be a part 2 to this video at the end of December after I have finished off the year, but this is just gonna be a quick little recap. And I also want to let you guys know that in today's video, we do have a sponsor, and that is Lilysilk. So I actually have worked with Lilysilk before, and I really, really love their pieces. They have the most beautiful, luxurious silk pieces. I want to quickly show you guys their website. They have almost everything that you could think of in the silk department on their website. I mean, you've got pajamas, pillowcases, bedding sets, blouses, and also when you purchase from them, you can either get it in a gift box, which I got, and I'm going to show you guys how beautiful the gift box is, just so you guys can experience the experience of opening this package. It was pretty impeccably done, and it was just beautiful. And you can also get it in an envelope, so it depends on how you want to receive your item. Another cool thing about them is they're a zero waste company, so their designers get creative and they use all the waste products, so all the leftover materials, to create scrunchies and eye masks. There's just something, the fit, the look, the aesthetic. I'm going to kind of show you guys some examples right now. I styled a few pieces for you guys. So the first one that I got was this beautiful white blouse, which you guys have seen me wear before, and I really, really like it. It has these gorgeous little pearl buttons. I will show you guys a zoom in close up of it so you guys can see, but it's the most comfortable, beautiful silk blouse. And what I really like about this one is it is fitted. We'll put the size that I got down below with my weight and height so you guys can kind of gauge maybe what size you are. So I would style this different ways. So I really love a white silk blouse. There's a few different colors on the website, and I honestly just think with a silk blouse you can get multiple colors of this, and it just always looks good. But I wanted to style it first with a pair of jeans. I do feel like jeans is like my go-to when it comes to silk blouses. There's something about pairing a pair of jeans with silk that just elevates a whole look. If you wanted to add a little bit of like a trendiness to this, adding like one of those really in plaid skirts, they're everywhere, and I feel like adding a silk blouse to that just really elevates the look, and you go from being just trendy to being trendy and elegant, and I love the way that the two pair together. And then finally, I just had to, for the holidays, show you guys how beautiful this would look with a sequin skirt. Sequin is everywhere, and a silk blouse with a sequin skirt, to me, is just screaming holiday. So I also picked out a really cute, almost like equestrian looking blouse, and I really like this one as well. So I quickly wanted to show you guys how I dressed it down with a pair of jeans, because to me jeans are like a must-have with silk. I just love the way that they mix and match and play off of each other, but I also love the idea of silk on silk. So I threw on some really cute silk, they're like kind of like yellowish color pants. They look so good with this top though. I wanted to also show you guys an option of dressing this up and actually wearing it with a skirt, because you could wear this with a skirt as well. So when I'm wearing something a little bit more elegant on the top, I do like to play on the bottom. And they also sent me over a pillowcase, which I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a little insert here. Silk has a lot of benefits for skin, and I just really love silk. So I went ahead and threw it onto my pillow upstairs, and I'm just gonna show you guys really quickly. It is the softest silk. If you guys can see, I got it in this like champagne-ish color. There is a reason that some of the biggest celebrities in Hollywood wear Lilysilk, like Gwyneth Paltrow, Anne Hathaway. It's because the brand is really, really good, and they have amazing, amazing products. So Lilysilk also gave you guys a discount code, which I'm so excited to share with you guys. So if you use the code 12Brooke, you're gonna get an extra 12% off of your order, or you can also use the code 25Brooke, and that's gonna give you an extra 25% off of your second item that you purchase. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the information down in the description box so you guys can have an easy way to get it. So anyways, thank you so much to Lilysilk, and let's get into some Natasha Denona. So I'm quickly going back in time on Natasha Denona's Instagram to get to the first item that released for the year. Now I remember the first thing. It was this like little launch right here. So this was like the Valentine's Day launch. So the first palette that released for the year was this one. It was the Mini Love. You guys remember this one? I actually really like this palette. So this was a nice launch. I do think it was different from her last year's palette. I actually really like this one. I haven't used it that much this year, to be honest, but I do really like it. I think it's a pretty color combination, but I didn't use it that much. I should use it more, huh? Then I remember she released all these lip products. Remember that? She did the 3 lipsticks with the 3 lip liners. I ended up picking up all 3 lipsticks, but not all the lip liners. I only got one of the lip liners because I didn't think I needed all 3. All right, so I have Kaya and Peony here. Now, Daphne is actually in my purse. I carry Daphne around because I really, really love that color. And I have to say, I actually think this lipstick launch was pretty nice. I liked these lipstick colors. Kaya, you guys say it's some type of flower that I always say I say it wrong, but whatever. It's like a flower. This is a really nice color, and Peony is also a really nice color. This one here I usually use when I'm doing like a really, really smoky eye. Like today would have been good, but this has a little bit of a pinky undertone and I wanted something nuder. This one is also really, really pretty. It's more of like a nudish beige, and I do use this one a lot. Also, when I do a darker eye. Daphne is the one that's a little bit more pink. It's actually the one to me that's the most wearable, like every day. So that's why I keep it in my purse. I actually liked this launch. The lip liner that I got was the one that matched this one, the Kaya. I do believe that you didn't need all the lip liners. I'm not a huge fan of like buying a bunch of different lip liners because unless it's like a really dark color, I think you can get away with using like the same lip liner for like every lipstick. So I don't do that, you know? So for light collections, I think one lip liner is sufficient. And I actually liked this launch. Really loved the eyeshadow and I really loved the lipstick. So I think the beginning of the year, she started off pretty strong for me. And then we got a nice little surprise with the Pastel palette. You know, guys, it's so funny because the Pastel palette brings back so many memories to me. Because when I got this palette, I was actually going to the Keys so much in the summer. And I would tag this and I would bring this thing back and forth with me. It brings back a lot of memories. I mean, good and kind of not that great memories, but at the same time, having this just like made me really happy just because I love the colors and playing with the colors and creating eye looks. So it makes me happy, even though probably around the time that this came out, I was not as happy, but I do really like this. And yeah, it brings back good, bad memories, but good memories now. Like, I think it's good. So yeah, I like it. And I actually like this color story. I did, this is one that I rearranged. So every time I do that, I always forget to tell you guys, but yeah, I rearranged this palette. I do have a video talking about how I rearranged it in case you want to rearrange yours too, but I really like this palette. I thought it was a really, really awesome launch from the brand because it's something we haven't seen. It's so different from Circo Loco. It's so different from everything else she has in her line, and it was good quality. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like her best launch in the world, but it was very, very cool. And what I will tell you is even though I think the quality is good for being pastel-y, it ended up being something I used a lot and I actually had a lot of fun with, which was weird because I thought that when I first got it, I was like, well, when am I going to use this? I actually used it a lot, especially in the summer. And I just remembered during the holiday launch, she did release lip glosses. I don't know where mine went. Honestly, I don't know where it is. So I got Kaya, which is the same one as the lipstick and the lip liner that I got. It couldn't have like knocked my socks off because I don't even know where it is and I forgot I had it. So I'm sure it was good, just not that memorable apparently. Hygen. Do you guys remember the Hygen? So then Hygen released, and I'm going to be honest, I don't really love Hygen. I don't think it was like her best product, okay? So it is supposed to be like that pore product. You put it underneath your foundation. It works as a serum, but then it also works to fill in pores and make you shiny and beautiful and all that good stuff, right? So it's a lot of stuff. And I know some people really like this. It's a primer serum. But like for me, I felt like it made me look kind of like a light bulb that I wouldn't really want to use it just like to go to bed because it would just, I'm so light bulby looking. And then like to put makeup on, it looked better. Like you would put the foundation on top and stuff, it looked better. But I feel like I like the Charlotte Tilbury one better than this one. So I have not really reached for it that often. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think this was her best launch. I don't think it was her best launch. I want to know if anybody else really loves this product, but I don't think, yeah, Then we've got a mini. We got the mini bronze. Okay, so the mini bronze then released. I actually like the mini bronze. The mini bronze was really good. And I do feel like it gave me that bronze look. I remember when I used it, I was like, yeah, all right. This is a mini I can get on board with. I think it was very reminiscent of the bronze palette. I think she did a good job. Like, if you had the bronze palette, you probably didn't need this, like, let's be honest. But it was nice. I liked it. I thought it was a really, really pretty palette. And, you know, I like having it in a mini version, but it's basically the same thing. You know what I mean? So then came this big launch, the Dream Collection. Actually, it has a lip liner too, which is the color Natasha, but it's stored away somewhere. But anyways, this lip, so I have to admit, I actually used this the other day and I liked it. You know, like I haven't been using it that often. It's a nice palette, you know, it is a nice palette. I can see how this could become somebody's essential palette. Like if they didn't have that many NATASHA DENONA palettes and they wanted one that gave them a little bit of drama, this gives you drama, you know, like it looks like it's a neutral, easy, everyday palette, but it's actually pretty dramatic. Like you could do some really beautiful smoky eyes with it. I did some smokiness with it the other day and I love the way the look came out. So it's a really nice palette. The quality is 100% there. The lipstick was actually pretty interesting. I'm here thinking that this was Natasha, like her regular lipstick, but it ended up being that she created like this new jelly formula. This thing is like literally feels like water when you put it on your lips. Your lips shine to the heavens. I thought something was like different when I wore it. I was like, wow, for being the same lipstick as before, it's very, very juicy. And it's because it is a different formula. And it's a really beautiful color. I actually didn't own Natasha, so I'm happy to have it. I use it quite a lot. And I like this gloss. I actually have the gloss on today. I actually have Nude Kate on today from Charlotte Tilbury. And I put this gloss on top, the Natasha gloss from this collection, and I love it. I use the Natasha lip liner like all the time in the original formula. So I have like the new one now and I love it. So, I mean, like, I feel like this was a pretty successful launch. Did I think everybody needed this palette? Like, I think Natasha Denona lovers, some of us were like, yeah, we kind of have that, you know, but I actually like it. I think it's a pretty nice palette. And overall, I liked it, you know. The Cheek Trio. This was my favorite thing that came out of that collection. I use this every single day. And like, that's really, really weird, you know, because I have a lot of makeup. So when I use something like every single day, that means like I love it. And I love this. This is such a good little cheek trio. This color, perfection. These highlights look great on me. And I literally use this all the time. So this was like a huge win. Huge win. So then she surprised us with the mini gold, which I didn't pick up because it literally was like all the colors from the gold palette. And I was like, yeah, don't need that. It's like a little tiny mini version of the gold. I'll show you guys what it looks like. But that one I didn't need to pick up because I basically have it. She also released a mini retro, which I'll show you guys as well. And some of you guys told me it had a new shade in it, but that was only part of like the Sephora favorite set and I didn't pick that up. So now we're at the end of the year. And everybody was waiting for the Retro Glam to come out. We all knew it was coming, and it came. I'm so excited for this palette, and you know what? I'm really disappointed because I wanted to film this video and have the palette, but FedEx, UPS, whoever it was, is delayed. So I'm not going to get this palette till next week. So next week, you guys are going to see my review come up. I'll start doing my 5-day challenge. I'll do everything with this palette, but I will tell you guys, I know I'm going to like this. I mean, like, look at it. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Everything about it. I think it was a great thing to do at the end of the year. I knew this was going to be a holiday launch whenever it came out just because it made so much sense to come out for the holidays. She even gave us the opportunity to use our Sephora discounts because she released it the last day of the Sephora sale, which I think was really, really, really smart. I think Natasha Denona and her team have been doing really good business moves, especially with their launches and everything, and I really think that this was great. I'm so happy she listened to her customers and came out with this palette. I think it was a smart, great timing, everything about it, so in love. There's also another launch, which we're not talking about that much because it's like a relaunch. She released the mini nude with a brush. So if you wanted to get the mini nude, there's like a little set going around right now that you can do for holiday. I actually don't have the mini nude and I wish I would have seen this because I didn't see this when the Sephora sale happened. I would have just picked this up because I actually wanted the mini nude. So I'm probably going to pick this up. Probably not even going to put it in like a whole video or anything because this is like an older launch, but I thought it was kind of cute that they have it in a little set, right? And that's it. That's what she has released this year. And I think overall, I mean, it wasn't an overwhelming year of launches. I'm very happy about that. I think that was smart. I don't think it was the type of year to be overwhelming. I also think that next year might not be a year to overwhelm the public either. So I think she did it pretty good. We didn't see as many minis this year, like we weren't overloaded with minis or middies or anything like that. So I think it was a pretty decent year. We also didn't get any bigger palettes this year, did we? I don't think we did. I think it was a smart move. And yeah, I'm actually enjoying the midi versions. I think that's where she should stay, like midi minis, and every once in a blue moon just give us a bigger palette. But yeah, I'm actually happy with this year so far. Do you think there's going to be one more launch? Usually at the end of December, like right around the end of the year, like around New Year's, sometimes a mini will come out. Do you think one will come out this year? I think maybe not. Because of retro. Because retro glam was such a big deal. Maybe it was like their celebratory, like we're done for the year. Like that was just such a hit. I don't know. Would they want it overshadowed? Do they even want to release anything else until next year? I actually don't think they have to. I think they just literally did the big kabam, you know? Will they? Maybe. Do they have to? I don't think so. Let me know down below what are your thoughts and what was your favorite product that they released this year. I'll give you guys another update at the end of the year if anything else comes out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to go ahead and check out Lilysilk down below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll have some more fun news coming towards the end of December on this series and what you guys want to see for next year. Start leaving your comments. Do you guys want me to continue with another year of buying Natasha Denona? I want to know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.